Well, May's finally here, and that usually means flowers are starting to bloom in Rogersville, and it's starting to heat up a bit. May also means that Walters is going to be releasing 2 more of the Santa Fe El Capitan Streamline cars. Now, for those who haven't heard, Walters has been releasing an entire passenger set under the name El Capitan, which was rail service at its peak in the mid-1960s. Service ran from Chicago, winding its way through Missouri, Kansas City, New Mexico, and Arizona, with stops as far west as Los Angeles and San Diego. The peak was in its 1967 year, with extra coaches added to both the El Capitan and the Super Chief trains ran by Santa Fe. Starting with what Walters has released so far and is now available in our stores, is a 73-foot Bud baggage car. These passenger cars were based on cars used by Santa Fe from 1956 to 1971. This baggage car has lots of detail on its outer body as well as in its trucks, with real metal finish, prototypically accurate window tinting, all grab irons factory installed, and has full underbody detail to match the prototypes. These passenger cars are recommended to handle a minimum radius of 24 inches for best results. The next streamlined car we're displaying is what we call the post office car, which had its heyday from 1956 through 1971. These cars gave the true meaning of snail mail in those days, when shipping by plane was just a luxury. These cars are the last of the rail cars when Santa Fe gave up their passenger service in the 1970s. These Walter cars have the ability to be lit and has factory installed KD style couplers. Now, following the post office car is this 85-foot standard baggage and dormitory transition car. These cars always looked a little funny with that bump on the back, but it served a purpose, allowing passengers to climb the stairs to the second floor to the next row of cars where most of the passengers traveled with the bird's eye view of the scenery. Our next 2 streamliners are double-decker passenger cars. Both are 85 feet long in scale feet with fantastic detail. Remember, these cars can also be lit. The first car is a step-down coach which carries 68 passengers, while the other is nearly identical looking on the outside, is a high-level 72-seat coach. You can bet passengers had a great view traveling across country in these beauties. Now, at the time of filming this monthly report, we didn't receive a shipment of the next 2 vehicles that Walters has released, but we can tell you that it is a 85-foot Sky Lounge and another high-level coach with a tail sign. These passenger cars are on a limited supply only, so make sure you get yours today. And speaking of limited, don't forget these F7 units by Proto 2000, which were designed for your passenger set. In war bonnet colors and plated finish, these 2 engines come with DCC and Tsunami sound. Now, in real life, history tells us that these passenger engines would normally use 2 A units and 2 B units to pull passenger cars cross-country, in what would be equivalent to 5,400 horsepower. Introduced in 1949, these F units had exactly what the railroad needed. These models come with a new drive and a 14:1 gear ratio for multiple unit operation. They also have a 5-pole skewed wound, high torque can motors and are heavily weighed for maximum traction. The Mars light also works on both DC and DCC mode and has a sunny white LED light. The cab interior has 2 crew figures, and the diaphragms on the engine as well as the passenger cars all work. They also have see-through grills and fan covers. These engines include an insulated die-cast metallic knuckle couplers that are not factory installed. But for the price and performance, this certainly deserves 5 stars. Broadway has just released a very unusual vehicle, which with the usage of these track inspection vehicles, they date back to the 1929s. Vehicles perform in DC and DCC mode. Yes, you heard me right, DCC as well. These HO inspection vehicles have a powerful motor, sharp painting, and decaling, and have a brass body. In fact, you can negotiate small radius curves with these vehicles. And Broadway offers these vehicles in a variety of road names and available in a truck or sedan. Heading out of town is this short train being pulled by this GE AC6000, which we'll be covering in a few minutes. The freight cars are by Cady, Walters, and Athearn. First, we have this double-door Louisville and Nashville 50-foot boxcar and this 50-foot PS1 10-foot door boxcar in Great Northern road name. Both freight cars are by Cady and are ready to run, featuring finely detailed grab irons, ladders, stirrups, handrails, see-through walkways, and brake step. Accurately detailed brake wheel as well as outer ribbing with smooth rolling wheels and trucks. They have standard weight with low center of gravity for optimum performance, and they are highlighted by, of course, true Cady couplers, and yes, they are made in the good old USA. The third car heading out of town is this 2003 cubic foot 2-bay covered ribbed side hopper by Cady. This car has incredible detail from the ladders, grab irons, see-through walkways, and lettering. You have got to check out the sharpness in the print too. And talk about the smooth rolling wheels. These are the best I've tested in a long time. The car's size has no problems with derailment either, as it's been adjusted for having a low center of gravity for optimum operating performance. Our last two boxcars are 40-foot steel meat refrigerator cars by Walters, which traveled the rails from the 1950s to the early 1970s. Both cars have side and end configurations that are set and correct. They all have 33-inch turned metal wheel sets and Protomax metal knuckle couplers. These refrigeration cars come in a variety of road names and numbers. Our last rolling stock is this C-50-7 caboose in Southern Pacific markings by Athearn. There are two versions of this caboose you can choose from. The standard caboose comes well detailed without any lights, but still has a new truck tooling using an axle mounted generator. Detailed interior with seats, bunks, table, and electrical pickups are pre-installed in the trucks. Also comes with McHenry knuckle spring couplers already installed. The second choice you have is the exact same caboose, except for about $25 more you get a fully lit caboose which works on DCC for lighting options, as well as a bi-directional double LED light which tells you which direction the caboose is heading. This baby is definitely high-tech and I love it. These cabooses ran in the early 1970s with 181 cabooses delivered to Southern Pacific and 16 for Cotton Belt. And now, sadly, I must say that we're displaying the last item for this month's report. This GE AC6000 diesel engine in Union Pacific colors is by Broadway Limited. This Paragon 2 engine can be ran in DC or DCC mode and has incredible sound. Believe it or not, these engines were able to produce more power than those big boys of the past. And you'll find these monsters running today, usually in pairs. These come in a variety of road names and numbers and has operating ditch lights, headlights, backup lights, and also has all-wheel direct electrical pickup. They all have factory-installed engineer and fireman figures in the cab and has near brass caliber detail at a plastic price. Recommended radius curves minimum of only 18 inches and will operate on a code 70, 83, and 100 rail lines. Be sure and check out our website for more details, as you might find this engine is a must for your layout. Well, that's it for this month's of Rogers Railroad Report. We certainly hope you have subscribed to us for our monthly report so you will stay informed of new products displayed and heard for yourself right here on YouTube. And please do visit our website and sign up for our weekly email specials. Well, until next month, this is Rick wishing you happy modeling.